As we have announced, Monday and Tuesday and Thursday we'll be streaming at 6:30 to 7:30 or maybe 8 p.m. and that it's completely dependable on the number of the viewers, and then we can decide if we are doing an arena, if we just do a couple of puzzles. So it's in total correlation with the number of viewers. So I'm multi-streaming now. Preferably if you can log in via Twitch would be helpful with my concurrent viewership on this platform. And yeah, I'll just briefly check if the other platforms are in order. I think they should. I normally have no issue with the restreaming. I think it should be fine. Does it say live here by any chance? Let me just check briefly. We'll just do a couple of puzzles. Yeah, okay. Okie dokie. So let's do some puzzle rush then. Maybe we should do just some survival afterwards. And let's go. Rook on the back rank. Back rank again. So that's very, very common theme. At least a couple of we should be able to. Another back rank checkmate. You're going to find this one very often at the beginning. Then they tend to become really complicated. And F2, the eternal problem. F2 respectively, F7. Here, what have we gotten? I think just queen to e7. And another back rank. And another f2 weakness. Okay. So let's see if we manage to go past 20. Let me know what's your personal record, by the way. How did you find it? Here. Let's have a look at this one. Any checks? Well, that's a check, and then rook can take its place. I think so. Then we kind of hitting the h2 square. White to play here. Oh, what did I miss? I must have missed something. Let's just quit and start again, because if you're making if you make a mistake on the 15th puzzle, I don't think you're gonna get too far, because as you go past 20, they do tend becoming more and more complex. So it's not getting any easy. So you just start all over again. Start all over again. That is. Let's try play again. And then again, maybe a survival would be better, so we don't have the time pressure issue. Couple of checks again on the background. In case you're watching, Alex, tell me if the sound is acceptable. Checkmate on h2. Hey, where is the deadly strike here? Well, we got one here, then they move, then I take. Is that the case? No, I've got a bishop too. I do have the bishop for c5. I meant the c5 square. Okay. What have we got in here? We've got quite a nice check here, then gotta be this, right? Oh, not necessarily. We've got this. Hey, what do we do after all? We take with the knight. They move, attacking the knight. Then we check. Then they... Aha! Checkmate. Okay, I've got it now. I've got it now. That's the checkmate. That's an interesting batch. Very interesting. Normally they give you a couple of moments of respite before they're getting really challenging. Okay, so what are we supposed to be doing? Oh, just straightforward. 7. Black to play here. Do we promote? I think we should, right? I mean, I can't find anything. Okay, so far so good. Well, let's see. We got another check here on G6. Where do I go? Oops. Hey, I should have played a different one. I think I know now, retrospect. I think I know, retrospect. I should have played totally differently. There was another check, and I just went for the first one, but actually that was completely wrong. Okay, let's just stop this whole thing. Let's try again. Okay. Let's try again now. So what have I got? And check here, and then the other pawn goes wrong. Well, back ranks, back ranks. They're tricky. I think starting puzzle 15, I don't know why, but they do get suddenly very tricky, in which you're having multiple choices. And actually, they are so tricky that actually just one works, you see. So let's just get there again and see if we manage to make some better choices. Okay, the F2 again. And okay, what am I? Well, we gotta. Oh no, queen takes because the knight defends, so we can do that and then. Okay, that should be working. This. White to move again. We are queening now. Black to play here. We need a couple of strong checks right now. Well, we have a check here. Is there any other way to check? I don't think so. Okay, no, we can take. Wait a minute, we're not taking nothing. We're just doing this, winning pieces. Oh, it's about to play a very bad move again. Would have resulted in another failure. Anyway, Black Tom, I think we gotta tread carefully now. What am I doing? Taking this. This guy is hanging. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm talking nonsense. This is simply not applicable. This one though. Sorry, I was seeing something that wasn't true. Back rank again. It happens, especially to me. Okay. Where are the checks? Like pretty much everywhere. Checks are everywhere. That would be one of them. But is that it? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It could be this. Then they go here. And then what? Then I don't have that square. So that's the tricky one. Do this or that? No. Maybe this. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Hey, it could be this. Could be. Bloody hell. You see, that's what I'm talking about. You got a few checks here. You've got a few checks. Only queen can give like 3 checks. And you've got another one here. There you go. Got another one here. Which one is it? And after they move on g7, how do you attack them again? So you mustn't let them go there. Or you need to still having some um what? So how the hell do you check those guys again? Looks to me you gotta stop them from getting there, right? How the hell do we stop them? I don't know. It just takes more time. It just takes way, 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 way more time. Probably this one. My God. My God, I spent so long, so much time with that freaking puzzle. 1 minute, 20 seconds? Forget about it. We're not gonna do nothing. I mean, we're gonna do something, but we're not gonna go that far. Not today, not now, not like this. Not like this. Check. Can I? No, I gotta move. Oh, man. It's a lot of time. Probably this. Probably I'm saying because it's already very late. Takes way too long. Why to move a bit? If think it helps, that is. Got one here. Got one there. Got one here. Okay. Where's the other check then? I can't see it. I mean, I don't know. Just okay. Kind of by pure luck, we're able to absolutely pure luck. We got a billion things to play here. Like pretty much a billion things, could be anything. This one sort of wins material. Still very, very slow. Incredibly slow. I had the 23rd one with the checkmate that I needed on b7. But definitely, I guess a better way to tackle this would be just a survival, something like that. Okay, so survival would be better. In case you're watching, Alex, tell me how's the sound. In case you actually, let me send a text. Order. Order. Okay. Daily puzzle. Well, rank and diagonal. I mean, I'm just looking glad. I'm very much tempted to look at this stuff. Then I guess they will be blocking. Then taking with the bishop, as crazy as it looks. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about queen f1 checks. Forces the white queen to drop in between the attacking piece and the king. And then we take on g2 with the bishop. Queen can't take because it's pinned. And king can't take because it's illegal. So I know that's a Tuesday puzzle, so I didn't expect anything in particular incredibly challenging. So we got a checkmate in 1 and then 2. Right? It must be this. Must be this. This one, and it's not working. I mean, it's just getting too long. And actually, we want to pressurize the g2 as well. So for this reason, must play queen f1. Now we're going to take. That's a well-known pattern. It happens. Okay. I'm very much expecting coming days would be more challenging. Actually, let me go back to the 14th of June. Let's go back in time, virtually and conceptually speaking. A parting gesture, June the 14th. Okay. A parting gesture. Now, that's already something we need to spend some time thinking about. Let's see. What's the catch here? There is always a catch here. Always. Have a think. Let's have a think. 20 degrees Celsius today, and probably a little bit of rain in London a little bit later. Let's have more coffee. Maybe good ideas are coming after. Maybe. So if I move the rook, if I move the rook from e1 over to e8, that would be an undeniable check. That's absolutely the case. If bishop drops to take the rook, let's just assume bishop takes. We're going to take them one by one. If bishop takes, then that enables our battery formed by the bishop and by the queen to deliver checkmate on g8. If we play rook e8 and black takes with the queen, not with the bishop, if the queen takes the rook, that is, then queen can just capture on f6, and that will be checkmate. But queen checks the king, and the king can't move because the bishop covers the c4 g8 diagonal. So that will be very, very much playable here. So, ladies and gents, we got a rook sacrifice. Rook e1 to e8. That's a very nice deflection of the queen. It's check, first thing first. And they've got to capture because that's a forcing move. That's what we mean by forcing moves. You do something and you force your opponent to react to this by taking or blocking, and then it's going to end up badly for your opponent. That's the case. Oops. Back. And I'm just going to play it. So that was on the 14th of June. And you will notice, guys, if we had to approach now the rest of the puzzles, you will notice how they increase in difficulty, especially Saturday and Sunday, which could be quite super difficult. Oh, like checkmate in 15 moves or something. Gotta play very, very accurately. Mad. So that will be June the 15th. And that's a Thursday. That will be Thursday. And you can notice already we've got quite a few options here, and you just wonder which one is it. We've got so many options here. It could be very many things. But only one is actually the correct move we've got to play. And now, honestly, I'm just looking at something like Queen B3. Just wonder. That's strong enough? I mean, definitely it's a check. It is a check. But there is also another check. I know if you notice, guys, we've got another check on B1. There's another check here. How do they block it? So the difference in between check on B3 and check on B1 would be that check on B3 is blockable by any of the two knights, whereas check on B1 is not blockable. Actually, they have moved the king, which the king can only go to 2 squares. Actually, no, pardon me, only 1 square. And that is C3. They can't move on E3 because we got a bishop. So after Queen B1 delivering check, White King must play C3. And after they go on C3, we need to find another way to finish off the White King. And I just wonder if we should go back on the B file. This time, need to stop someplace else. Maybe there's something else. Maybe we have to move the rook. That sounds, I think, a little bit more enticing. So we've got 1 check. King is forced on C3. Then we can use the black rook on B8. B8 black rook to B3. And that would be it. Simply checkmate in 2. I think I'm going to draw the curtains and I'm going to turn on the lights. This is just getting a bit too dark. And again, you're not going to see things very clearly. And I want you to see them clearly. So pardon me for a few seconds. I'm going to modify a bit near the room's layout. Hold on a second. We're back now. So exercise. And we're going to do it now. So, I think that's the case, right? We got 1. Hey, look that guy. So we got to play this. Yeah. That's just it. Okay, cool stuff. Let me see, is there any events we might be looking at then? Do they play live now? Let me just double check quickly here. I know there are some amazing games that happen. Obviously, with this teams here, look at this, Alpine Warriors. Viva Magnus, Gukesh, Arjun, Irina, Crush, Elizabeth, Prague, Balan, Alaskan Knights, Ian, Tanzongi, Know the back of the store of Chingari Golf Titans. Very, very strong. Very nice. Ganges, Grandmasters, Fishy, Richard, Inges Perez. Man. Wow. The event consists of a preliminary group stage team's composition, 6 players. Player must be women, must be one of the preliminary stage. Okay, when is the next? I think we should go to the schedule. I think we should have a look at this one here in which Nepo has beaten Carlson. I think we should have a look at that one. And undo that. Maybe this one too. Okay. So when is the next round? Let me just check now. June the 27th. They have a rest day today or something. What? Finish. No, they playing. Hold on a sec. Who's playing? Not playing. They played. Not playing. I think they played. Oh. Anyway, I don't see anyone playing now. So I'm just gonna pick up this one. Do it like this. Everything hidden. Just gonna see for ourselves very brief. Not review per se. That's a nice one. I just wanna. What's going on? Table base, not move. I just want to cover everything. Oh, I wanted to cover even the moves. I don't want to see not even the moves. Huh. Even the feedback. Yeah, I don't know. Just okay. I'm gonna leave just the moves then. Let's go to the very beginning. That's a long game. How many moves? 82 moves. Wow. Rapid. So Magnus plays a Sicilian. A Lapin, right? The C3 with D4 is the Alapin. Knight f3 hitting this guy, knight c6 defending, bishop c4, knight to f6 attacking this guy. It's a very nice one. Knight to g5 defending here and attacking here twice. Look at this position here. Very, very aggressive from Yan. Knight g5 very early in the game. Knight hitting on f7. Wow. How do I stop all the moves being shown here? I mean, I would have liked to just, think for ourselves rather than seeing what they played, and then we could have just discussed the stuff as it unfolds. Stay. D4 at the same time to defend the knight, which he didn't want to retreat, and D4 to challenge the pawns. Perhaps if the E is going away, maybe we can use a rook here after castling or something. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at this. And if you consider coupling up with the knight on g5, we got quite an incredibly annoying position here for black. I think I like white a bit more here. I don't know about your opinion, guys, but I think white is just looking a little bit better here. I like white's a bit more. It attacks more here and more aggressive. Okay. Bishop to e6, I think, was the only one, right? I mean, what else can you do with black here? What else can you do with black? You got to defend the f7, right? So what else can you possibly play? And also, this guy has to be defended. So you got to defend. I mean, first, you got to look after this knight. You can't move the knight anywhere because wherever you move the knight is going to end up very badly. because of this battery on f7. So the knight really cannot move. The knight on d5 cannot. Because the knight on d5 cannot move, you have to defend them. And then bishop e6 takes. And that will result in black having two double pawns on the e file. So that's just not looking that great. That would be a perennial weakness. The e6 black pawn would be weak all the time. Gotta get pieces to look after them. Gotta look after them. Very nice. Queen takes b7. Hanging pawn, rook, defending the knight, which was hanging too. Castles. I definitely love having the white pieces here because white king is very safe. Black king is not. Black needs to play two more tempos to hope castling the king. If if nothing else happens, that is. So white pieces are way better. Let's look at this. Nice pressure here. You could always have a pin like this. I mean, it's so good to having the white pieces here. Way better. Place. It makes a sort of a. I mean, he didn't want to trade, so I can understand now. Yan didn't want to trade. So you don't want to trade. It looks too good to trade. It just looks too good to trade. The attack is too nice to just trade. So better preserve the queen. Finally, black castles. Still that thing here that probably was a weakness for the entirety of the game. Especially, I mean, I'm talking about e6 in particular. Knight tries to probably get rid of this bishop, which is quite dangerous in terms of attacking on this diagonal, and especially the e6 we talked about. So he didn't want to trade that bishop. Very interesting. Bishop f3 now. Takes the pawn with the knight with tempo. Developing pieces of the back rank. Queen takes. Takes. And takes. That's the position. Rook takes and bishop b2. I still like whites a bit more. White because they've got the bishop pair. Look at this. We got the bishop pair. This bishop very nicely attacked along the b2, g7. The other bishop. Wow. What a bishop pair. Rook had to defend e5. Rook d takes the d now. Looks very good. Bishop c3. All sorts of things could happen here. And where are you going to go? Probably on c7. Something. But anyway, he hits the bishop first. Let's see. Pawn took the pawn. g3 so that you don't have any back rank problems. Knight e2. Bishop c6. Attacking the knight on the pinning. Check you can't take because the pawn is being pinned. King moves. More attack. And now if you're not careful and move this guy I don't know where, back is having a discovered check. So you've got to be very careful where to move it. Makes sense. Bishop b2. Attacking the rook. The knight's still under attack from the king. Takes and takes. Okay. This is a passed pawn though. I guess Magnus lost because of the time problem. I think the time is incredibly problematic. So now I'm going to go back to analysis and I'm going to press a bit the evaluation bar because I really want to know. What does the engine says? We've got a minus 0.17. Okay. A little bit of a advantage for black, probably because of this pawn. But how do you capitalize? Maybe, maybe that would be the case. But anyway, it doesn't. It shouldn't be that black loses this one. Probably Magnus made a blunder due to the time pressure. That's it. I can't find any other way to justify why did Magnus lose this. Down. Quite dangerous because you got to look at this kind of idea. Yes. So there was a blunder hidden somewhere here. Yeah, the blunder is coming. I can see it now. I can see it now because it's on the list, and the blunder is h3. So what should black play if not h3? Which seemed, I mean, from a human's point of view, you might say if they take. So I guess if I'm correct, I mean, it's the first time I'm seeing the game, by the way. So if rook captures and you check, you practically take the rook, right? Because they can't block it. That's what I think about. That's what he thought about. He thought about rook takes and rook checks. And Magnus, by the way, mind you guys, pay attention. Magnus is having like 0.47 seconds on the clock. So might that be the main explanation for that? Now, why is this particularly a blunder? Is it because of this check, which is an intermediate stuff that might happen? I mean, king's got to play. So they either attack the rook, to which probably would just take here. So probably that was a blunder because white delivers a check first. So, I mean, no one said that white should be taking this pawn. I mean, you don't take this pawn now because obviously you're going to lose the rook. But what you can do with white is just deliver a check and then attack on e6 with check, probably. Or at least taking the pawn and threaten the bishop. Might that be the case? I don't know. Let's see the evaluation says minus 0.26. Let me go though back at this position. What does the engine say? The engine says a massive advantage for black at this point, if and only if black plays the move rook c3, probably in anticipation. After rook c3, if king attacks, I reckon you could just go on a3. No, the engine says rook c3, queen d, king d2, bishop b4. Nice. Huge advantage here. Rook c3, and then you don't run away necessarily. You're going to play bishop to d4 if they attack you. On d2, that is. H3 is not that advantageous, though. Which suddenly shows just a minus 0.44. Interesting. The eval bar now goes strangely. Hey, why should white play it here? Hey, very interesting. Bishop takes e6 straight away. King takes. Bishop takes e6. Bishop takes e6. Oh my god, with a few seconds, I mean, less than a minute on the clock, you got to look at all these possibilities. Bishop takes e6, right? Let's assume king takes. What's the deal? Check. They move somewhere and what? Sorry, what? Bishop takes. Well, let's assume king takes. How does white capitalize here? This is not easy to see. What? King d4. Who cares? Rook a5. Rook h6 check. King f7. Okay, what if you do something like king d7? Rook takes h3. Jesus Christ. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. This is very difficult to assess in a minute and playing confidently bishop takes e6. Yeah, right. This is crazy of a move. I don't think so. This is very difficult. Bishop takes e6. Yeah, sure. I mean, only the engine can come up with this. A human probably will do king d4, and especially in the 0.53 seconds left. That makes sense. That makes sense. And still, right at this very moment, you can say that. How on earth did Magnus lose? And if you look at the clock, actually, if you look at the time and see that Magnus is having like 15 seconds, probably you kind of understand why. He probably made another blunder somewhere down the road. He might have made another blunder somewhere. It's just impossible. I mean, this is like what minus 2.75. What was the blunder? Plays, check, moves, goes down. Oh my god. How did Magnus lose this? Or was the blunder? That one hits the bishop on g4. Okay. Whoa. Magnus took. Obviously, you take with the rook, queen is coming. Excuse me, how exactly did they lose? Jesus. You got a queen now. Magnus with the queen on the board, still lost? Okay, I understand that the king would just move now, you know. Still. Got a queen. I mean, you can't say he doesn't try. This is very difficult ending anyway. And there is a pawn as well. Jesus. Missed it because queen f7. Huh. Oh my god. Queen f6, mate in 50 moves. Look at this one, guys. Look at this one, guys. If you play queen to f6 at this point, you have necessarily a checkmate in 50 moves. Well, that is if you play correctly. Checkmate in 50 moves. Right. Oh my god, this is an end study position. This is, you know, this is a case in itself. This is a case in itself. Queen and king versus king and rook and pawn, with the pawn being on the 6th rank. The white pawn, that is. Oh my god. Well, I mean, almost anything works here. King f6, checkmate in 50. How on earth did black lose here? What did Magnus... No, Magnus won. No, Magnus won the game. Of course he won the game because he's got a queen. I thought... Yeah, okay, so Magnus won the game. Okay, that makes sense. Totally. Wow. Must have been a dramatic clash. I'm sorry I didn't see it live. Maybe I can catch the next one. So when is the next one happening? Out. I don't know. I think I gotta go to schedule again, but it doesn't say. It says 27. Is it about to happen? Yeah. I don't know. I actually don't know. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. And what day is tomorrow? Wednesday. I don't think tomorrow Wednesday, but I think not. I think I know that Thursday I will be back. So if we got like 4 people at least, we can make an arena. That will be Thursday. Thursday, 6:30 p.m. London time. Yeah, let me just check the calendar. What date would that be? That would be 29th, if I'm correct. Look. Yes, Thursday the 29th of June. Yeah. 6:30 p.m. London time. We could have, if it's 4 people, we can have an arena. Oh, and if it's just a 2, 3 something, we can just have a look at the stuff you guys play. So thanks very much, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.